Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver and welcome back to another episode of World of Horror. So last time, we kinda toyed around with the idea of on the last episode at the very end, we took, spoiler alert by the way, we took Parting Gift on Mizuki. And I actually wanted to try to run Parting Gift, like, properly. Like, actually get the perk and try to use it as much as possible. Now, this is for science. This run is for science. I have no idea how well it's gonna go. It might go horribly wrong, but we're in it together, okay? We're in it together. So with that being said, who do we really want to choose here? I kind of want to go with Yagathag for the sole purpose that he has a lot of minus Doom events. Like, he has a couple of those where it's like -2 reason, -2 Doom. But I think we'll go with Ath, because Ath is sort of the most neutral when you do not intend to cast spells. So we start out with a Sato. So what we're gonna do is we are going to take Parting Gift as soon as possible. We will re-roll for it if necessary, because again, this is like, if we win, we win. That's great. But I want to see if Parting Gift is actually an adequate way to play our girl here, our girl Mizuki. You know, it's like, normally I wouldn't be very optimistic. Like, I don't think it's a very good perk, but it's something that we've never tried, so I feel like we should try it. It'll be fun. So you know me, when I see the light source and the knowledge check, you know what I like to do.
Suddenly, somewhere, Emmerdale seems to have disappeared. We'll go back to it as soon as we can, once we've found it.
Listen, right? You know me. When I see light source and when I see knowledge, you know what I want to get. You know what weapon I want to buy, all right? This helps a lot. This helps a lot. This is also helpful as well, theoretically, although we are going to be spending more Doom than we... Okay. Okay. You love to see it. We're gonna take EXP because again we want to level up as quickly as possible, basically. So that was Moriko, right? I wasn't really paying attention. There we go. Okay, we got Moriko 100% confirmed. All right. So we are going to be a gang star. So let's go. So, what we really want is we want to see a Fear Festival. We really want to see no Fear Festival. That's okay, though. So, what we're gonna do immediately is, I think, like, I don't know if I want to immediately recruit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how the strat works. Curse Sign's perfectly fine. Like, listen, you know what we want to do. We want to acquire... and we want to acquire as many allies as possible, and so we kind of need to figure out, like, sure, let's go to the school, let's get a couple people. It doesn't matter what they do. We would prefer, like, yeah, they're not gonna join us because you can only get 3 allies before you can't recruit the students anymore. But what we want to do, and we're gonna absolutely cheese the game. Right, this is entirely for the sake of science, although this is a reason enemy, so we would like to avoid... There's no second enemy, right? Yeah, there's no second enemy. Alright, we're good. But what we want to do is probably actually just hit as many times as possible. Ooh, boy. That's, yeah, that's kind of risky, but I think we have enough health to kind of, like, justify it, you know what I mean? I don't like that at all. I really don't like that, but let's go. Question mark? Let's go. You love to see it. And you love to see this as well. So we're looking to get as much strength as possible. Or not strength, we're looking to get as much EXP as possible. And if we have an opportunity to lose stamina, we absolutely will, because we're gonna cheese the game. Because I want to see how this would work. I wish you could double click. Like, I really wish that was back. Because, like, when the game first came out, you could just double click a spell. And it would get you there. But now you have to, like, go into your inventory, you have to click on the spell, and you have to go to cast it. It's, like, not very cool, bro. I mean, again, we're perfectly fine to lose stamina here. I mean, I said what I said. You know, if the game wants to dab on me with this, that's fine. I lack fear. I do not have it. We'll do 95. That was pretty unlucky that we missed there that first time. But yeah, okay, so because this is botany, we're definitely going to be able to level up. Very lucky. Perception? Kinda painful. Like, we probably should have just taken the stamina. But that's fine. Actually, we could, do you get more, do you get more EXP for killing the Last of Us? I'm not sure. It's probably just better to take the... I mean, we could. Like, what's he gonna do? Kill me? Yes? Let's see, so how much damage? 30 power is kind of nasty, actually. I don't remember if this is, like, a good thing to do or not. I guess we're about to find out. Do you dodge the 3% Doom? 25 EXP. And then what happens? Yeah, you dodge the 3% Doom if you kill him. So what's actually pretty interesting, as long as you can... guarantee, if you have something to throw at him and you have a weapon like this that does 4 damage and you can prep it with desperation, you're actually guaranteed to kill him if you wait for the plants to soften him up a bit first. That's very interesting. So, no parting gift. A little unfortunate. Oh goody, the same 3 perks we just tried to reroll. Thank you very much. And we will take Reason, because we're about to put this into action. So, let Asato go. Current spell limit 4. Oh, boo-hoo. What did Asato give us? Knowledge? Let go this student. We got luck. That student gave us luck, because none of... Oh, wait, no! The student gave us charisma. I'm dumb. And then the student gave us another point of knowledge. So, +1 stats. Interesting, interesting. Cast a little memory extract here. So... do I want... Yeah, let's keep the dog. Let's try to get a compass at some point. Okay, so... what we want to do now... is we want to go back to the school. Right? We want to go back to the school. And then, theoretically speaking, we should be able to recruit 3 people. Let him go. What do we get? We got perception. Let her go. What did we get? We got another point of knowledge. And then let this guy go. What do we get? Got another point of knowledge. Wow. Now, I'm pretty sure there's no more students. Yeah, there's no more students, so we can't recruit anybody else here. So now, like, this is pretty crazy. Like, 10 knowledge this early in the game. Like, that's pretty dope. I guess the problem is, ultimately, is that, like, it's random, right? So you don't really know what you're gonna get until you get it. And I think it's a 98% chance, man. We should be fine. And then, like, the other problem that you face, and this is probably a more important problem, is you're only guaranteed 6 allies, which that's +6 to your stats, which is really good. But it costs 6% Doom, and you have to let your ally, your starting ally go, who might be really good. That's unfortunate. We lost, what is it? We lost a charisma check when we have 9 charisma. Although, what is interesting about this build is that this particularly, I'm interested to know, that's a shame. That's a real shame right there. I'm interested to know if this build could be used for endless mode. Because, well, actually, I'm not entirely, well, if you're playing Mizuki on endless mode, you can probably, this is a perception, this is a dexterity, right? Yeah. Listen, if you're playing, like, here's the thing, this build is really novel and fun. I wanna point this out, like, this is cool. We're level 2, and we have 10 knowledge, 9 charisma, 7 perception, right? Like, we got +6 to our stats. It's fun, and it's cool, and I'm definitely going to try out more stuff like this. I want to try different builds, because I kind of had the idea because of, yo, Hermit. I mean, you want to help us out here, Hermit? +1 charisma again. It's not broken, is it? Because here's the thing, it's like, we don't really need to level up anymore. Well, okay, listen, we want EXP, obviously, right? Like, EXP is cool. But we're not entirely... What mystery is this? This is, okay, this is bulletin board, that's fine. Like, right now... Nice, by the way, nice. Wine is terrific. You love to see it. Probably one of the best events in the game to get. I'm amazed that we made the strength check there, but like I don't want to be like the no fun allowed person, right? Like, this is a fun build and this is cool. The problem being that, one, our Doom is super sketchy because of it. Like, if we didn't get Hermit there, we would be at 48% Doom. And I would like to also point out that we used the monument 3 times. So, like, we would probably be around, like, 50% Doom on the second mystery without a compass. Just so that we can get, like, high stats. It's interesting. Like, don't get me wrong. It is definitely an interesting build. But I feel like that perhaps it's still not worth running over Fame. I think that Fame is objectively the better perk in pretty much every situation. Because, I mean, we probably had the best case scenario. Like, the only way it could be better is if instead of getting 2 points into Charisma, we got 4 points. We actually got 4 points into Knowledge. You start with 6 Knowledge. So, out of the... Let's see. So, the... Asato, 2 students... Hermit, and 3 students. So, we've gotten 7 stat ups. and 4 of those have been knowledge. So we are incredibly lucky, right? Like, I want to point that out. We are incredibly lucky. But it doesn't really... We're not going to fight the boss here. We could fight the boss here, but... Like here's the problem, right? We probably had some of the best luck that you could get with Parting Gift. Alright, like, Parting Gift is a random stat when you discard, when you let go an ally. So, naturally, the biggest problem is if you get paranoid, you can no longer let go allies. You can no longer let allies go. So, that's the first thing. The second thing, the second problem, is that this is the best case scenario. Like, more than 50% of the points that we got went into our weapon stat. And it's good, don't get me wrong. It's absolutely fantastic. But having fame... Okay, like, here's the realistic thing, though. We would not have... We got 5... We got every ally at the school, right? We got all 5 of them, okay? In a run with fame, you would only be able to get 2 of them unless you let go your starting ally, like we did with the Sato. Because you can only have up to 3 allies, and after that, you can't recruit any more people at the school. So, since you start with an ally, you can only recruit 2. Okay? And so, we let go our starting rotation of beginning ally and the 2... the 2 students that we recruited, right? With those 3 allies, fame would be better than 10 knowledge, which again, we got ridiculously lucky. 7 points, 4 of those points went into knowledge. 3 allies with fame would be better. And that's just kind of like the problem, I think. We forgot to drink the wine bottle. Uh-oh. And I think that's the problem, because if we were... Because, I mean, there's 6 stats, right? There's strength, dex, perception, knowledge, charisma, and luck. Luck's a hidden stat, but it's basically right there. You should be able to see luck. I think it's very silly that you can't see luck. And so, it's a 1 in 6 if you get the stat that you want. And so we were super lucky, but fame would still be better. And so, yeah, like, you try this build out for the first time, and you're like, you only have 1 perk, you've only leveled up once, you have 10 knowledge, 10 charisma, you're on cloud 9, you're like, this is the best build ever. But you have to throw, you have to pour some water on that fire. You can't just be like, this is the greatest build, because, like, what are we supposed to do now, like, if we get fame? Because outside of the school, which again, only 5 students there, a total of 5, we've been through them all, what are you supposed to do if we level up and then we get fame? Right? Like, are we supposed to go to the village and then randomly roll for that one event that's plus 10% doom? Apparently minus 2 reason, because we took it a while ago and we took damage. And then it's plus 2 allies? Or are we just supposed to go to the seaside and then eventually get the thing where you can recruit for allies? Like, I'm not entirely sure. Like, what are we supposed to do if we get fame? And so something that you could say, and something that probably has a lot of merit, 3, 4, oh crap, is that what you can do, or at least theoretically speaking, is you can take, let's say you get a bad starting ally, like, well, let's say that, we actually got so lucky on this. Let's say you get an ally like Asato that has a benefit if you let her go, and then you recruit 2 people at the school, you level up, you get Parting Gift, you let all 3 of them go, you then get plus 3 to your stats randomly, and then you get fame, and then you recruit the remaining students at the school. I think that could be powerful, but it is still very situational, because you're still in that situation where you're looking at spending 6% Doom for something that is not guaranteed to necessarily pay off, if that makes sense. Like, I'll just go ahead and cast this, I don't care. Talk him out of it. We better talk him out of it, we have 10 freaking charisma. Right, like, here we go, here's Fame. So if we had 3 allies right now, like, obviously we went to the extreme. We let go as many allies as possible so that we could see what Parting Gift could do. But I still think, like, if you're ever in a situation where you have, like, a bunch of unique allies from, like, Fear Festival, or you got the event that gives you 2 allies, or you went to the, like, Harbor Bay, and you're sailing away for the Harbor Bay. You gotta get out of the concrete hole. You know, you're sailing away, you get a free ally. I don't think that you'd want to sacrifice them to Parting Gift, unless it's somebody like Asato or Hermit. But I don't know. I don't know, man. It's weird. Because obviously if we get more allies, then Fame is great. So I think how you would ideally want to use Parting Gift, and we're not going to take... I mean, I guess we'll take Fame, just in case it happens, to kind of, like, prove the point. But, I mean, we could get 12 knowledge here. That'd be pretty fun, wouldn't it? But no, I'll take Fame, just in case we get into that situation. But, use the... Hold on. Oh, use the flashlight, yeah? Multiply wound is very good. We have now won every combat in the game. Very nice. Always help the dog. Well, okay, so this is a great example, right? We got the dog. Our attack speed has gone up because of Fame. I don't think... Like, here's the thing. The dog does nothing, but I don't think you let the dog go. I definitely don't think you let the dog go. Because... Like, it's weird. It really is weird. I think that... Like, I don't know how to explain it, but... I feel like that Parting Gift, if used in that very specific way, can be really strong. Because having 10 knowledge and 10 charisma at level 2 is fantastic, but you're not always going to get that. But here's the thing. Technically speaking, every point... Okay, look at it this way. Strength is pretty much the... Universally, strength is the only good stat, I would say. Because... Oh, forgot to use the wine bottle again. Whoops. Don't worry about it. It doesn't matter at this point. Oh, maybe it does. We are on timeline B. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Don't worry about it. But okay, look at it this way. On Harbinger of Doom, anyways, the universal stat that is always helpful is strength, because it makes your brace for impact better. The more strength you have, the more attack boosts you can fit in. The more attacks you can fit in while bracing, those sorts of things, okay? Now, depending on what weapon you're using, that adds another stat that's useful. And then, if you have the lighthouse, then that also adds another stat that can be useful. So, for instance, in our situation, we have charisma, strength, and knowledge. However, charisma is still a terrible stat to get, because, yes, it does make it more likely that when you recruit, or when you get an opportunity to recruit an ally, you have a much higher chance of doing it because most of those skill checks are charisma. That's true. However, those events are super rare. So, yeah, it's nice, but it's a very niche thing. And specifically with the case with Mizuki, she already has 8 charisma. So, if you have a lighthouse charisma check, what is it doing for you? Right? It's not doing anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not helping you in any feasible way other than the niche scenarios where you're going to the seaside or you're going to the village and you have an opportunity of getting an ally. The easiest way to get an ally in the game is Fear Festival or Eerie Eels. And that's another thing that we haven't talked about, is that Kana specifically is incredibly useful in the early game. However, you lose out on parting gift value because you can't let Kana go, and they contribute to your ally cap, right? So if you have Kana, you can only get 2 students. If you let those 2 students go, you can only get 2 more. And then that's more dooms stacking on top of each other, and that's way less efficient. So if you wanted to do the parting gift build, and you got Eerie Episode of Evolving Eels, you would be encouraged to not do eels first. But if you're on Harbinger of Doom, and you have eels, you really want to do eels first, you know what I mean? But if you're on, especially if you're on Ithutsu Harbinger of Doom, you really want to do Eerie Eels pretty much immediately as your #1 priority. Even on something like, where there's multiple roads closed mysteries, you still want to get Kana, because Kana is so good. Not every game can you just get the 3 most broken spells in the game, right? You're not going to get these 3 spells every single game. And by the way, all 3 of these spells, not only are they the best spells in the game, but they all completely bypass the Towering Eye, which is hilarious. And they bypass, I believe they bypass Cursed Signs, right? Like, we do this? Okay, no, they don't bypass Cursed Signs. But they do bypass the Towering Eye, which is very funny to me. But yeah, no, I think that... Like, I think that Parting Gift is fun, and we're definitely gonna do it more often, because it is cool, right? Like, you don't see it you don't see it often enough, is what I'm saying. Like, it's definitely viable. And I think in the past, if you asked me if it was a good build or not, I probably would have told you no, but I think it can work. It can work. I don't know if it will work for you, but it can. This is stamina. And then we can just, you know, if we need to, we can do the thing. But no, like... I mean, obviously we got super lucky. Yeah, no, that's a certify Maru moment. But no, like, see, like, having 11 knowledge is fantastic. Just to spare me, because I'm, like, no thoughts, head empty right now. That is a 33 time unit reduction for the heavy bunk, okay? So, you know, we're down to 52. As our base attack speed, which is really nice. Like, don't get me wrong. That's really, really good. Again, you don't need to do this. Like, that's just, I do it for fun. Clap and bow is the only important thing on Timeline B. But, like, yeah, no, this build can work, clearly. But you kind of do have to make some sacrifices, and you have to go out of your way. And so it's like... It's a little bit... Okay, tiny cuts, thank God. More annoying than anything. Like, yeah, it's more annoying than anything else. But, I don't know. I think that when you have a character who, with fame, that's, like, the strongest... this will do 12, and then that'll do... Okay, that's good enough. But, no, it's like, when you have a character who has... Oh, that's really unlucky, darn. When you have a character who you have one of the best synergies in the game. You have enough charisma to get your full 3 allies, and then you have fame, right? Like, fame is ridiculously good. You know what I'm saying? Like, fame is really good. It's not just really good, it's probably one of the best perks in the game if you can make it work. So... I just feel like that Parting Gift is, I mean, it's fun, don't get me wrong. But I just have to cautiously recommend it. Because you are playing a worse version of Mizuki. So, like, that's literally just what I have to tell you. It's like you're playing a worse Mizuki. Oh my god. Guess who forgot to do the thing again, huh? Should be fine. Right, forgot about that. Maybe we should just drink the wine bottle. Who cares? I'm gonna keep forgetting to do it, so I might as well, right? Can you get this cured at the doctor? You can! That's actually pretty neat. I didn't know that. Cool. We'll sell the empty bottle. We don't need it. Like, we might get the sludge event again. It's definitely possible, but it's not necessary. This is a luck check. Nobody denies me, fool. And I mean, I can just, like, we have 46% Doom Mystery 5. I'm not worried about cursed signs. I mean, I was expecting that to flesh regrowth there, but alright. But yeah, no, I mean, it's like, it's fun, but we've had to, like, we would have died if it was not for the fact that we have some of the most powerful spells in the game. And so you do have to make some sacrifices for it if you wish to brute force it like we did. But, and you have to get lucky as well. But I feel like that this is interesting to kind of, like, look at to say that, yeah, it can work. It's just that in our current, like, we got pretty lucky. Like, 4 out of 7 went to something useful, if that makes sense. So, that's a good ratio. But it's also not gonna happen normally in, like, regular play. So again, I'm convinced we got stupidly lucky. And so, let's see. That gets us there. So let's just, like, we can be a lot more bold because, you know, if we miss, who cares? We'll live. I mean, I'll take it. I'll take lucky earrings. That sounds nice. But yeah, no, I think that this was definitely an interesting experiment. Yeah, sure, why not? We did it. Do you just want to go absolutely crazy? No, we have we have curse signs. Let's not do that. I would rather not. Got tireless though. That's pretty nice. So we're gonna take -3 from the lighthouse, right? Charisma, strength, knowledge. Yeah, so we're gonna take -3. It's unavoidable. Unless, do you want to go even further beyond? I don't know if that'll work. Like, I literally don't know if it will work. But we can try. With cursed signs, it's kind of sketchy. Like if we would doom out, I'll stop. But I think it could be fun. We're gonna go back into a different screen though, because I don't want to accidentally click something. So yeah, let's just we might be able to do it. Perhaps? Allegedly? If we get up to, like, 80, I'll stop. But we don't have any second mystery or second enemy, so we can just vibe. Hey, I didn't take strength last time, so I'm an idiot. Okay, it was a proof of concept, and we proved it. We're not taking any reason damage because we have a flashlight, so it's all good. Although, maybe we could do it anyways. Now that would be heresy. But let's try it. Because strength is the 4th event. So we'll see what we got here. Because we can do Actually, maybe we can do it. That'd be funny. Because this will give us 10, right? Like, again, I'm just memeing at this point. Like, it doesn't really... Like, it doesn't matter. Please don't pay me any mind. I have to tempt fate like this. I can't play the game any other way anymore. I have to keep playing it like this. This should work. Hey, let's go. And then it's just this. Okay, so thank you all so much for watching. This was an interesting one for sure. Like, again, we got super lucky. Like, don't get me wrong. And we would have died multiple times if it was not for the fact that we had incredibly good, like, spells. But, like, I think that this video was still, like, a good proof of concept of, like, not the best that Parting Gift has to offer, because that strategy that I came up with earlier, where it's like, you cycle through your first 3 allies, get +3 to your stats, and then recruit 3 more allies. Because it would work that way, right? Because you start with an ally, if they're bad or they have a let go, then you can recruit them, 2 of the students, get Parting Gift, let them all go, and then you can go recruit the 3 other students. And then you have fame. And any of the negative modifiers that the students are giving you, fame will outweigh it like 90% of the time. And so I think that this was an interesting video, for sure. This was an interesting run. I feel like that Parting Gift is not as bad as I gave it credit for. I feel like it can work, but the problem is that, like, it's asking a lot of you. Like, in World of Horror, you have runs where occasionally you just stomp through everything, and you're like, this is the easiest game I've ever played. And then you have runs where it's like, oh god, oh frick, I'm gonna lose. And you have to, like, play out of your mind and take a lot of risks to get through. And so that was a run where we had everything set up for us. It was the luckiest, it was one of the luckiest runs we've had. And if I was playing normally, I probably would have tried to discard the, I probably would have used the spells, quote, fairly, unquote. But because this video is more of a proof of concept than anything else, I actually feel like that this is... I mean, this is the first time that we've ever tried the Parting Gift build, and it worked, and I want to try it more. I feel like it's more valuable and has utility than I necessarily gave it credit for. Because think about it this way, right? Like, let's say you've already got fame, okay? And then you level up. And you're using the heavy bonk, you don't have a dexterity check at the lighthouse, and you get Parting Gift, Occult Signs, and Quick Thinking. And you're not worried about the mansion. You can actually legitimately take Parting Gift. And if you didn't have any, like, Fear Festival nonsense, or you haven't done your Fear Festival yet, then it can work. Like, it can actually work, because you can cycle allies out like that. Because there's 5 students at the school, you have 8 charisma, you can recruit up to 3 of them. But you cannot exceed 3 allies or more. So if you don't get Kana, if your starting ally has a let go skill or they're bad, and you get Parting Gift in a situation where you would only be taking, like, let's say you get, like, Art Knowledge or your Quick Thinking or something, you don't need that. You know what I mean? Like, you would, like, if you're taking something like that exclusively for the stat and not the blue option, then in that niche scenario, and I'm having to stretch for this, I really am, but I'm actually starting to believe, you get into that niche scenario where you're taking one of those skills, not for the blue option, you know, not for the local tradition or the, you know, forcing yourself into hiding or whatever. You're taking one of those for purely the stat, and then Parting Gift is there. You know, it's... In that case, it would be +3 to a random stat, or it would be +3 to random stats in total. It would be a +3 in total to randomly allocated to your stat sheet. That might be better, because it could be strength, or it could be the stat for the weapon you're using. And so, it's tough. It really is tough. So I'm just gonna have to say, I hope you're all staying safe out there. If you have an idea on how to use Parting Gift, or you have some fun ideas, leave it in the comments down below. And, I mean, we'll be back with this. This might, like, testing out Parting Gift Mizuki might actually be tomorrow's episode as well. I'm not entirely sure, because this is an interesting build. It's just, it's incredibly specific, and it needs certain parameters to happen so that you can pull it off. And I'm trying to think, like, because here's the thing. For me, I've played this game enough that when I look at the mysteries, I have a very vivid image in my head. This is how the run's gonna go, generally speaking. And so I feel like that you could use that knowledge to basically say to yourself, is Parting Gift viable? Right? Because, like, you look at the mysteries and you're like, is Outdoorsman viable? Is Quick Thinking viable? Do we want to do this? Do we want to do that? You can kind of, like, look at it and, like, plan out your route, and you can think to yourself, like, oh, well, you know, we're going to the forest a lot, so Outdoorsman might be useful, or, oh, we're going to the mansion a lot, so Quick Thinking might be useful. Those situations, I feel like if you're playing Mizuki, you could think to yourself, maybe Parting Gift should be prioritized. Maybe it should be got. Maybe it's worth 100 EXP. I don't know. I feel like it needs a lot more testing. Every time we brought up Parting Gift, and I feel like I should continue to advocate for this change, on 7th Curse, where allies die immediately upon recruiting, I think Parting Gift should proc. I think if allies... Like, if you're paranoid and you kill an ally, then they're not going to leave you with a Parting Gift. But if you recruit them, and then they leave you, then I think that should give you a Parting Gift. Even if it's them getting you Sekai'd in various different ways, I'm not entirely sure. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're all staying safe out there. Again, any ideas for Parting Gift, leave them in the comments down below. And I will see you on the next episode of World of Horror. We made it work. It was an interesting proof of concept. Thank you for watching.